Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Taye Speaks. We got some very special guests in the house, beautiful guests, my family. I know y'all gonna show them love. They got a business, they got some great products that they want to talk about. For the viewers who may not recognize y'all, let them know who y'all are, what y'all business name is, and where y'all from.
Okay.
You go first.
All right. So my name is Rebekah Elaine. Both of us are from Cleveland, Ohio, but currently, right now, I'm up in the Pacific Northwest. My business is called Elaine Essentials, which is a natural hair oil. There's every once in a while, I kind of dabble in some extensions to that. So I might have like different hair products or different accessories. But the base of my business is a natural hair oil. And I've been up and running for about 2 years now, but the oil itself I've been using for probably about 5 or 6, maybe even longer, since about 2016 or 20, yeah, like 2016.
All right, and I'm Lisa Yvette, and like she said, we're from Cleveland, Ohio. If you don't know, we're sisters. So my business is Kay Noelle Boutique. I've actually been in business about 10 years. I think this year hit my 10th year. I specialize in crochet items, but not like your grandma's crochet. I make like jewelry and dresses and hats and accessories and all kinds of things. This year, actually, well, last year, 2022, I dabbled into bracelets and lip glosses. So that's what I do.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's dope. That's dope. I guess I want to start by getting into the names. How did y'all come up with the names for y'all businesses?
For me, for Elaine Essentials is Elaine is my middle name and it's also my mom's middle name. And so, in most things that I do, I'm paying some sort of like tribute to my mom. And so, it definitely was for me just natural. And then, in terms of essentials, I just was trying to think of something that would accentuate the my middle name, but then also kind of represent because it's natural hair oil. And so for me, it's like, okay, this is the essential part of your natural hair journey. And so I sort of just put those two things together.
For mine, Kay Noelle Boutique is my daughter Kayla. When she was born, she had a cleft lip and palate, so I always try to do things to make her feel not singled out in um like a negative way, but in a positive way. So I named my business after her. Her name is Kayla Noelle, so I named my business Kay Noelle, so that way she could always know, like, you know, mommy, I am special, and my cleft don't make me. I'm special because I have all these other things about me, including my mommy's whole successful business.
Wow, wow, that's what's up. Both of those names are dope. So I can ask y'all, does this run in that side of y'all family, or are y'all like pioneers into, black women, black business?
So I think I'm gonna answer because it's funny because my daughter Kayla was actually saying that she was like, "Mom, all the ladies in our family own businesses." Because we have another sister Toya, and she's opening a restaurant. She's having a grand opening, I think, on the 31st actually. But then we have brothers that's they own bars and carpentry companies and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so it's all of us. But I think when y'all would say for um how I'm gonna word it, you know what I'm trying to word, how I'm trying to word it.
Like our biological family. So we're adopted. And we have two pretty big families. And so for our biological side of the family, which actually our adopted family is also our biological family, but we'll say our family of origin is, I think, the best way to say it. Our
Yeah.
family of origin, we are pioneers. Our mom was there wasn't a lot of females even in that family, but our mom was definitely a 9 to 5 worker. Our grandma was a homemaker. And so, in terms of that, we are definitely the pioneers of breaking out, doing our own thing, actually having businesses. So, yeah.
Okay, wow, that's dope. Keep up the great work. I'm definitely proud of y'all. Now is this y'all first business venture, and did y'all kind of start at the same time, or who started first? And
I started first.
Mhm.
I'm the oldest, so it's naturally I started first. She like to say she Lisa 2.0, she the better version. But yeah, I started first. But I ain't gonna lie, Wendy, I feel like yours has been way more successful because you took it and you was just like, yeah, I'm about to do this, and this.
Yeah, I'm definitely like a meticulous type of person, and I do everything with like a lot of intention. And so I kind of like I went into it knowing what I wanted to get out of it. And so I kind of like she said, it took off more than I think I expected, but I'm happy about it. But yeah, I started in 2020, and then it's kind of taken off from there.
Big social media influencer over there.
Not big, but
Oh, okay. Wow, that's real cool. Now I wanted to ask you if you could talk a little bit more about y'all products, because it seemed like a lot of the stuff that y'all sell is like either handmade or natural. What is the importance of that, especially in today's society?
Wendy, go
uh,
ahead.
I'll say for me, well, let me grab a little bottle. I have it right here.
All right, I'm about to say, girl, 'cause I got to borrow your stuff right there because I just used it when I was being cute.
So I do have my product. It's Elaine Essentials natural hair oil. For me, it was important for it to be natural because I created this product when I started my natural hair journey. Like I said, so in 2014, I did the big chop. I was going through kind of a little moment in my life, and I felt like I was frustrated because I really wanted my hair to be straightened, and I was like crying one day when my stylist like canceled my appointment, and I was so mad at myself because I was like, why am I crying? So because I can't like process my hair or go out and look comfortable in who I am. And so because I was so frustrated with myself, I cut all of my hair off. And from that day, I was like, okay, I'm going to be natural. And so for me, I wanted to create a product that represented that, like to represent like the natural without having to be processed, without having to do any form of like manipulation of my hair outside of what it can naturally do. And so I just started like playing around with a lot of different ingredients, trying to see like what worked best for me. Back then, YouTube was so big into the natural hair community, so people were just trying everything. And so I was watching different YouTubers, and I'm like, okay, I know that castor oil is something that's good. I know that everybody's using this type of oil and that type of oil. And so when I finally like perfected a blend and I noticed my hair was growing, I was like, okay, this is it. But this is before I even wanted to sell it. This was just for myself. And
Started
people
asking, oh my
yeah,
God.
like I was like, my hair is growing. And then people, that's actually how my social media started to kind of go up a little bit because people were like, dang, didn't you just cut your hair? Like, how is your hair growing so fast? And I was just, people would DM me and I would just DM them my recipe and I would tell them, like, this is what I'm using. I don't know. It's like it's working for me. And so fast forward like years later in 2020, when like, everyone's in the house because of COVID, everything was happening in terms of like the Black community was really rising up and we were like, okay, we need to do something. We need to start businesses. We need to do whatever. And my fiance, he's like from New York and he's super business minded. He's like, yo, you need to start a business. And I was trying to think like, okay, what can I do? And I think just so happened somebody else had hit me up like, oh, I love your hair. I love your locks. So at that point, I locked my hair. And I was like, oh, you know what? I use this oil. So I'm like, let me see if I can mass produce this. And that's what I did. And I just started like selling it. So it's like 8 simple ingredients. I actually recently started a new blend, but the original one is like 8 simple ingredients. I stick to it. I mix it at a very calculated way. Like the recipe is the same, and it's been working ever since.
Um, for mine is when I had first started business, I was actually pregnant with my son. And like I said, I had just got out of the military, so I'm not gonna lie. I knew I was like, you know what? For my oldest two daughters, I was gone a lot because I was in the military. I was always at work and things like that. So I'm gonna be a stay-at-home mom. But because, like my sister said, pioneer, and I'm like, I'm gonna make my own money. So I knew how to crochet. And so I started like making blankets just for folks, like when they had their babies. And just because of who I am, I'm just like, it got to be more than this. So, like she said, YouTube. I hopped on YouTube and I just started like typing in YouTube, Black girls crochet, Black women crochet, and things like that. And on Pinterest, and I saw it, I was like, wow, but I can do that. Not only can I do that, I think I can do it better than some of y'all. Like, so that's what I did. And I had just started like just taking generic pictures on my bed, and just like posting it on my social media, and not necessarily trying to sell it right away, but just like trying to get my confidence up, in Facebook groups and things like that for Black women that crochet and stuff. And so everybody's like, this is awesome. And like that same year, which was 2013, so it has been 10 years, I had a person who owns a holistic shop in Philadelphia reach out to me to do a bulk order for these slippers that I used to make. And so that like just threw my confidence through the roof. I was just like, this lady just placed this bulk order. I know I could do this. Um, and then, the material is not expensive, it's the time. So for me starting out, it was a good investment because I didn't have to have a lot of how would I word that?
Like inventory or
Yeah, I didn't have to have a lot of money, I guess you could say.
oh, I
Like
got
I didn't have to invest a whole lot into it. Like I can get one thing of yarn and I can make two hats out of this. And then from that, those two hats, I could buy three things of yarn and still have profit. So it was just time consuming. And I'm actually now still struggling with the time aspect of it. But when I noticed that that was taking off, like I said last year, I was like, well, I want to add some other things to it. And I started thinking about the things that I buy a lot. I buy bracelets. Like literally, I just go on Instagram and if I see like someone making bracelets or something, the first thing I do is hop on their DMs and I buy them. Like that's instantly. So I'm just like, you know what? I want to be that person whose DMs is being hopped in and sell them. Like so that's what I did. So I started making them. So I literally sit here and I make the bracelets myself, like everything myself. Um and I'm not gonna lie, I think that was kind of important to me too, though, to like make the things myself because I feel like you have a more appreciation for stuff like that. So now when I'm out and about and I see somebody with a hat on and I'm looking like, oh, that hat was crochet. Or I could look at
you.
it and see like somebody hand knitted that hat. Like I could tell the difference between somebody using a machine and somebody made that for them. And then I'm looking at it like, oh, somebody put some love. And that's usually what I think to myself. Someone put some love into that hat right there. Like,
Mhm.
so I think it was important to me to be hands on. And then my kids love helping me with the bracelets. So that's also a good way for us to bond because they're just like, can we help with the bracelets? And y'all know, well, y'all don't know, but listen, they want to help. I don't really want them to help, but they want to help, so, but it's a good way to let them, do their thing, and incorporate my kids into it and like kind of make it into a family business. Even baby boy, like he's 9, he packs orders. So sis, when you did your unboxing, you were just like, oh, we got all the stuff in it. He probably threw some extra stuff in there. Like he was good to do that when he's packing up orders. He's like, so mom, they get the candy drawers right here. He's like, they get 2 pieces of candy. And then you turn around and he's throwing in like 5 pieces. Like so anybody, if you get something extra in your order, thank the boy, okay?
Oh, okay. Wow. I appreciate y'all sharing that. And I have an appreciation for what y'all doing as well because we kind of come from a culture where, we made our own clothes and things, dresses and dashikis and, bracelets and earrings. Because I'm in Africa and people are still doing that, but it seemed like it was kind of like a lost art, coming back to America. And even with the oils and the stuff that we was putting in our hair, the shea butters, the black seed oil,
Mhm.
coffee grounds, all that stuff come from over here. You know what I'm saying? That's where it started at. So y'all taking it back. I appreciate that. Now I can ask y'all this. Y'all kind of talked about it a little bit, but how long does it take to make these products? Because sometimes people just see the finished product and they don't see it like, oh, I made a mistake. I got to start over, or I got to redo this or redo that. How long does it actually take to make some of the stuff that y'all making?
For me, for my oils, usually it's going to take. It's starting for me from the ordering process. So I need to order all the raw ingredients, and so that in itself, I do have a vendor that I use, but it depends if they have everything that I need or not. But so I got to get the raw ingredients, and then that's going to take about 2 weeks for it to get to me. Once I get the raw ingredients, then in the actual mixing process may take about I would say an hour because I like to mix under heat so that things can kind of really kind of come together. And especially because some of my oils are solid when they're at right room temperature. So I have to kind of get it down to the liquid state and then mix it. So that'll take time. But then each of my bottles, I have to clean. I have to fill each individual bottle, and I have two sizes. So this one is my 2 ounce size, but I also have a 4 ounce size. And so I use like this huge syringe. So it's every bottle I have to like pull from my mixture, put it in the each bottle. So that takes forever to fill all my bottles, and then I create my own labels. And so I take the time to like print out the labels. I designed the label as well, but once it's designed, I don't have to keep redoing that. I just have to print it at that point. But then I print my labels. I put each label on every bottle. I put the lid on every bottle. I put like there's a little spill protector on there. So I put the spill protector on every bottle. And so it does take time to do it. I would say a full restock for me is like a day it'll take to restock. And I kind of just take my time and do one thing at a time because there's a lot of steps involved. And again, I'm kind of meticulous, and so I don't want to miss any steps. And so I do give myself at least like, maybe like 12 hours or so to just get everything done. And that'll be per restock.
Yeah, so like she said, it's definitely ordering the materials and things like that. Like that is out of our control. So if I order my yarn, I have to wait for it to get here. I like to order my yarn as opposed to going into the store because it makes me more disciplined because I'm like a yarn hoarder. So I'll just go in the store and just get I want this one and this one and this one and this one. So I order my yarn, wait for it to get here. The supply, so it's just waiting for the supplies to come. Now, as far as the actual doing the work, I'm not gonna lie, it's so time consuming because you gotta think I'm turning something like this into something like this, like into a dress, So it's super like this dress probably would have took me, where's the camera? A day or two to make, and then I have 4 kids. So you can imagine trying to balance that. And I think what you said, like the appreciation of it is simple things like the beanies, which I call it simple because that's the way that other people word it. To me, it's not simple because I'm making it, but everybody's like, I can go in the store and get this for $5. Why would I give you 25 for something that I can get for $5? And so I find that to be like a bit of a struggle when it comes to business because I don't think people are really understanding the time that goes into it. I got carpal tunnel real bad now, so I have to wear like these little hand braces, but I still have to get these hats made out, and everything that I make is individual. It's not about to be reproduced again. Crochet is like one of the only things in the textile industry that cannot be made by a machine. There's knitting machines, there's sewing machines, there's everything. There is no crochet machine. So when folks go on websites like Shein, however you word it, and or you go into like these stores like Target and you maybe see some earrings like these, and they're just like, oh yeah, those are like, for a person who don't know crochet, like that's nothing. For me, I know that I just had to use a 0.5 millimeter hook, which is tiny, and some regular size yarn and get it through without snagging. And it's time consuming. And when you said the thing about the mistake, could you imagine making a dress and then I started up here and then I got down here and realized, oh my God, I missed a stitch up there, and I got to pull the whole part.
Yeah, definitely for me too with the oil. Like if I mess around and like mess up something in my oil, or if I add a new ingredient or something like that, that is chalk. Like I got to use it for myself. I'm not going to it's not going to get thrown away. I'm going to use it for myself, but I definitely can't sell it because I do pride myself on having like the exact same, because you're not going to go to like a big brand and get like, expect to get some type of oil and then get something totally different. And so I want to make sure that I'm doing the same thing. Like I want to make sure the continuity is there. So if I do something or if I add something that isn't supposed to be in there, if I put a little bit too much or something that's not supposed to be in there, if I can, because like I said, my thing, I have it set on a recipe so I can like make adjustments. And if I do add a little bit too much of this, then I just have to add a little bit more of everything else. But in some cases I can't. Like if it's already messed up the recipe, then that batch is chalked and I just got to use it for myself for the next 6 months.
Yeah, I want to protect the integrity of my brand as well, sis. So even though it's like something I could look at and be like, man, they'll never notice that, but I know. So that's I take it down and I start all over. And then another thing that I do too, you guys, like I'm telling y'all my cheat codes. every time I mail somebody something, they always tell me, "Oh my God, it smells good." I don't never get the first DM that's just like, "This was so cute" or nothing. The first thing you get out from their box, it smells so good. I have a humidifier and these essential oils. And I'm not gonna tell y'all my sale blend, but it's a specific blend of oils that I use in this humidifier. And before I mail something out, I set it right there. The open package. I let the open
You put a
package
little extra on it. Like, let me make sure they come back.
and like these bracelets, these ones that I sell with the volcano stone. So those take essential oils as well. So it's funny. Oh,
These ones?
that one, girl. Give it a little sniff. Oh, that does it. Yeah, let's put a little razzle dazzle on it.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's what I said about the humidifier. Not literally have
Look,
like this specific blend. Yeah.
because that's what we do. We shop from each other.
No, for real though. You heard me just say I was just in there. Where the oils at? Getting myself together real quick. And that, you know what? And I'm glad you said that, sis. So I feel like that's a big thing is that we actually shop with each other.
Yeah,
For whatever reason, folks think you're supposed to get them stuff for free just because they know you.
yeah,
It's real bad. It's real bad. Or discounted. No. We shop with each other. Literally, we shop with each other. And
yeah.
you saw the sticker on that thing. So we have a brother who's an artist. He designed that logo for me. Literally. He did the logo. Yep. So I get oh shoot. I guess Everett up in there too, huh? Because that boy, he stuck to his guns. Our brother Everett said he was gonna be an artist and I'm not doing nothing else. And that's what he did. And now he's a very successful artist. Like, so yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Y'all touched on some interesting points. It's very important to buy local. You know, other groups of people understand that supporting the community and buying from people that look like you and come from where you come from. But more importantly, like I was saying, y'all products are handmade. They're natural. I was reading something, I think on the internet, it was saying like a lot of the chemicals that black women put in their hair is giving them cancer and different types of disease. It's affecting the kids. It's affecting them mentally, physically, and even I went to go buy a book bag or like some luggage, and they had some tags on there, and it was basically saying that some of the I guess the material that they use to package certain things can cause cancer. So it's not
Right.
just in the oils, it's not just in the food and the hair products, it's in the clothes we wear because they got a machine, so you don't know what type of dye or what they putting on there that could be affecting us.
Wow.
If they cleaning that machine properly or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So let me see. Man, it's we almost 30 minutes in. I appreciate y'all. I checked out a couple of your products. I ordered something. It's back in the States, so once
Yeah.
I get to it, yeah, I'll throw it up. And I appreciate you supporting me. I appreciate y'all coming on the show. So hopefully everybody that tune in will show support. The last thing I want to ask y'all is let them know if you got a website, social media. What is the best way for the viewers to find your products and show you support?
Absolutely. For me, I'm a little bit. I got a couple different ventures going on. Centrally, you can find me Rebekah Elaine, as you can see right down here, Rebekah Elaine, and that'll lead you to my website for my oil, which is www.elaineessentials.com. That'll also lead you to my YouTube channel, which is Rebekah Elaine, where I do a lot of like lock tutorials and vlogs and kind of all about my daily life. And so I think that Rebekah Elaine is going to be the centralized place where you can go and you can find everything else that I do.
Yeah. And so I actually put mine right there as well, Lisa Yvette. So Lisa Yvette will take you to my personal Instagram account, which is family friendly, of course. But from there, you'll be able to find my business Instagram, which is at Kay Noelle Boutique. Um, my website is www.kaynoelleboutique.com. K is spelled out Kay, and you'll be able to see all my items on there. I'm actually right now like doing this thing on social media now where I'm trying to get 1K on each of my social medias. I have it on my personal, but on my business ones. And so once I reach that 1K, for everybody who see, You will be getting a coupon code. So, but it's not that 1K. And I'm not putting a coupon code on my personal item, on my personal Instagram, only on the business. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I gotta thank y'all again. It's been a phenomenal episode. Like I say, y'all family. I appreciate what y'all doing, and hopefully, the viewers will tap in with y'all. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. It's been another episode of Taye Speaks. So until next time, family, we out. Peace.
Peace.